Right now at 5, conflict over cannabis. Community members offer strong reaction on Houston County's potential pause on cannabis sales.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Ken Kozarowski. Houston County officials are considering a temporary moratorium on the sale of THC products made from legal hemp plants. News 8 Now's Emily Haugen joins us now to explain how the community is reacting. Good evening, Emily.
Ken, the county board's plan would temporarily ban the sale of popular products like Delta 8 and 9, so Houston County officials can study licensing, rules, and sale management. Minnesota Democrats pledged earlier this year that they would legalize marijuana in 2023. As introduced, the bill is nearly 250 pages, and within those pages are details on licensing, taxing, and even retail location. CBD shop owner Jason Redman opposes the moratorium, and he says he thinks the legislation will give people the answers they're seeking.
Once it's done, once they read it, I think all their questions will be answered and all the policies and regulations will be put into place for them.
Redman says when Delta 9 THC was made legal, his business saw a lot of success. Putting the moratorium in place, he says, would damage a local business, and he feels people will instead go out of county for cannabis products. Now, several community members are also in favor of the moratorium. One of them told News 8 that she worries adult access to THC would set a harmful example for area kids. Ken?
All right, thanks a lot, Emily. The Board of Commissioners says a decision on the moratorium going to be coming in a few weeks. We will hear more from those in favor of and against the moratorium coming up at 6. In the meantime, let's switch gears and talk some weather with Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl.
Oh, kind of a blah day.
Yes.
Gray, cloudy, damp. We had rain and snow showers last night and today. As advertised, accumulations were minimal here in La Crosse. In fact, really no accumulations. Streets just remained wet. Some of the ridge tops, higher terrain did see a little bit of snow accumulate with those heavier snow showers last night. Even this morning, a brief heavier snow shower passed through as well. 43 was the high in La Crosse, 45 in Viroqua. 36 in Eau Claire, and look at Prairie du Chien and Boscobel in the low to mid 50s today. Cloudy conditions continue over downtown La Crosse, and that's pretty much the story region-wide. Still some light precipitation, some snow showers and flurries near and north and east of Eau Claire, kind of north and east of Bloomer and north of Stanley there. So these will be with some of you in our far northern counties for the next maybe hour or two as that low continues to spin across areas to the north. Current temps 33 in Eau Claire, 36 in Winona, 38 here in La Crosse, 37 in Viroqua, and 42 in Prairie du Chien. So again, those spotty snow showers or flurries far north this evening, otherwise mainly cloudy overnight. A little bit breezy as winds shift to the north, 5 to 15, gusting to 25. Lows in La Crosse around 27 degrees. Over the next 8 days, we're going to have to deal with plenty of clouds, but will anything be falling from those clouds? I'll have the answer in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks very much, Bill. Okay. Back on the news side of things, relief is coming for diabetes patients paying high costs for insulin. A major drug maker is cutting prices and expanding a cap on costs for those with and without insurance. CBS's Wendy Gillette explains what's changing.
We're taking the next step to make getting affordable insulin less complicated.
This ad from Eli Lilly announces its new pricing for insulin, capping out-of-pocket costs for diabetes patients at $35 a month. The company will slash prices of its most commonly prescribed insulins by at least 70%.
How badly is this needed?
1 out of 4 people on insulin have needed to ration their insulin, meaning not taking the recommended doses. That puts their health at risk because of the high costs.
The move comes amid pressure from lawmakers and patient advocates as insulin prices more than tripled over the past 2 decades, soaring to hundreds or even over $1,000 a month for the essential drug. President Biden criticized the escalating costs Tuesday.
1 in 10 Americans has diabetes. Every day, millions need insulin to control their diabetes and to stay alive.
The president released a statement about Wednesday's development that says it's a big deal and it's time for other manufacturers to follow.
The American Diabetes Association says 37 million Americans have diabetes and 8 million require insulin.
The association says low-income Americans are more likely to develop the disease, so price reductions of insulin are especially necessary. Wendy Gillette, CBS News, New York.
In January, the federal government started applying a $35 cap for insulin for those on Medicare. Well, a committee studying policing in La Crosse County is getting closer to submitting recommendations to the full county board. The death of George Floyd motivated the county board to approve a study on policing back in November 2021. Now, since last March, former board chairwoman Tara Johnson and local police officers, public defenders, and community members have been meeting monthly to research current practices across local departments. Johnson says the group is likely to recommend that the county form a commission to look at current and historical policing trends, hear community concerns, and set a standard for county police to follow.
The intersection between policing and marginalized populations, making sure that policing is done fairly, is done equitably, that it is transparent, that it is consistent.
Now, the group is still researching what that commission would look like, what standards those community members would hold police departments to. Any recommendations will first go to the county board's Judiciary and Law Committee, and then it would go, with amendments most likely, to the full county board for approval. You can learn more about protecting your identity with a free program at the La Crosse County's library system. Tomorrow at 3 of the system's branches, Jeff Kirsten from Wisconsin's Division of Trade and Consumer Protection will explain different kinds of identity theft, how to stop it, and how to prevent it. There's no registration necessary, and the program is free. The sessions will happen at Onalaska, West Salem, and Holmen public libraries. The FDA recently proposed guidance saying things like nut or soy milk can continue being called milk. U.S. lawmakers are fighting back on that, including Wisconsin Senator Tammy Baldwin. She's helping push bipartisan legislation called the Dairy Pride Act. It would require non-dairy products made from nuts, plants, and algae to no longer be labeled with dairy terms. Baldwin says dairy farmers work hard to produce dairy products that meet standards for nutrition and quality.
These plant-based products have no such demands placed on them. And yet when you go to a dairy case, you'll see things called almond milk or soy milk or oat milk. And I think it leads to an implication that there's somehow nutritional equality there. There's not at all.
The Dairy Pride Act would require the FDA to put out guidance to enforce action on mislabeled products within 90 days. Minnesota Senator Tina Smith is a co-sponsor of the bill. This Thursday, the Tomah Area School District is holding a question and answer session about an operational referendum. That referendum will be on the April ballot. It asks voters if they can exceed their revenue limit by $2.5 million to maintain school facilities and programs. The session starts at 7 in the evening at the Robert Cupper Learning Center. The superintendent of the La Crosse School District and a community business leader will be discussing the future of education in the city tonight. Viterbo's Leader Ethics program is hosting the event, featuring Superintendent Aaron Engel and owner of Biz News Greater La Crosse, Vicki Markison. Rusty Cunningham, a former editor of the La Crosse Tribune, will be moderating the discussion. Starts at 7 tonight at the Lunda Center at Western Technical College. The program is free and open to the public, and you can also watch online. If you're thinking about quitting smoking or chewing tobacco, there's even more help to kick the habit. The Wisconsin Tobacco Quit Line is expanding its free services. Starting today, if you don't want to do a phone call with the quitting coach, you can text them or chat with them online. When you do reach out for help, you're talking to real people, not just a chatbot.
The great thing about the Quit Line is there are people on the other end of the line that have been there, that understand, and that can fill that gap of being there for you when you need a friend to reach out to.
If you'd like to text a quit coach, send READY to 34191. Wisconsin residents 13 and older can use the Quit Line. There's also a Quit Line for teens who want to quit vaping. And for a short time, adults can get one 8-week package of nicotine patches, gum, or lozenges from the Quit Line service. The fentanyl crisis is hitting communities all over the country, with many losing loved ones to overdose. U.S. lawmakers heard from some of those families today, but are divided on how to tackle the problem.
Don't miss out. Ashley's new lower prices are here. And get ready, the Orange event at Ashley is coming soon. For 3 days only, shop in store or online for the biggest event of the year. Or shop now with financing options for every budget, only at Ashley.
Morning. Who said that? Whoa, where did that come from? Floating money.
It's funny.
Good luck out there.
Get 11% off everything at Menards.
Change it up and choose Dutch Boy. Get the best quality Dutch Boy paints at the best prices. Pick out the perfect color. We offer free custom color matching and tinting to create thousands of color options. And with Dutch Boy's easy opening, smooth pouring container and no prep, no prime formula, transforming your home has never been easier. Get a gallon of Dutch Boy Platinum Plus interior paint for just $36.98 after rebate at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for spring bonus offers at your Northland Ford dealers, where you can save big on a Ford SUV to make it all happen. Start the season off right with 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. It's showtime. Now for a limited time only, get 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living, and through no fault of their own, they're being left behind? If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy and water providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Hey, lady, when is the baby coming?
Very, very soon.
Dad, what about yours?
You're gonna... Yeah, okay, well...
Don't miss out. Ashley's new lower prices are here. And get ready, the Orange event at Ashley is coming soon. For 3 days only, shop in store or online for the biggest event of the year. Or shop now with financing options for every budget. Only at Ashley.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
A House hearing focused on the fentanyl crisis in the U.S. came with emotional testimony from people who have lost loved ones. But in a divided Congress, the potential solutions to the problem fell along political lines.
Congressional members listened intently as Erin Rockwell described the pain of losing her 19-year-old son Logan to a drug overdose.
Losing Logan was like a bomb going off in the middle of our family that we had built our life around. This explosion killed our son, and he killed Caden's brother. This bomb, this weapon is called fentanyl.
Fentanyl has become the leading cause of death for Americans ages 18 to 45, according to the CDC. And most of the drugs enter the U.S. through the southern border.
The cartels in Mexico have evolved quickly, from drug cartels to transnational criminals to now terrorists like we've never seen ever. Al-Qaeda, ISIS, Hezbollah, they're not killing this amount of Americans.
While politicians on both sides of the aisle agree there needs to be stronger policies to stem the flow of fentanyl into the U.S., the solutions have become very political. Republicans are using the crisis to say more needs to be done to strengthen the border.
To ignore the smuggling that occurs between our ports of entry is simply irresponsible and dangerous.
While Democrats say immigrants are not the problem.
While it is true that a great deal of fentanyl comes into the United States from Mexico, it is overwhelmingly U.S. citizens, not migrants, who are bringing it in.
But Erin Rockwell had a message for both sides.
United we stand, divided we fall. United we stand, divided we fall.
Meanwhile, the CDC says more than 100,000 Americans die from opioid overdoses every year. Nicole D'Antonio, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
There was also plenty of discussion about the U.S. policy with China, where the majority of components for fentanyl are made. Coming up, 30 years and counting, UW Health Kids is celebrating a program helping kids conquer their fear of hospitals.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl. We're getting rid of our weak little system as we speak, but see this storm system over the southwest? I'll be tracking that for Friday as it could impact parts of the upper Midwest with some snow. I'll detail that coming up next.
We've done many, many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
Dan Kelly won't keep our community safe. As a lawyer, Kelly defended child sex predators who posed as ministers in order to prey on vulnerable young girls. They lured young children to locations they believed to be safe, only to sexually assault and molest them. And Dan Kelly defended those monsters. Do you want someone like that on the Supreme Court? Dan Kelly, an extremist who doesn't care about us.
There's a reason big dental bills often come as a shock, because sometimes you don't realize what's not covered until you get the bill. That's why affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual is important. It can give you benefits that go beyond what you get from more limited coverage plans. Because no one likes a big dental bill, especially if you're retired or on a fixed income. For a free information kit, call or go online now. This isn't some discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps cover over 350 procedures, like cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures, at any dentist you want. Dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company helps cover preventive care, basic work, and major procedures, with no deductibles and no annual maximum. For your free information kit with all the details, call now or visit sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Welcome to Esco. Welcome to huge selection and savings. Help us celebrate our anniversary with big savings. The more you buy, the more you save. Buy one item, save 10%. Buy two items, save 15%. Buy 3 or more items, save 20%. The sale is good in all departments, even carpeting. The more you buy, the more you save sale. This month only at Wesco and Sparta, where white glove delivery and setup is always free. Tell them Peyton sent you.
Sick of running out of hot water? The professionals at Maxwell White are here to handle all of your water heater needs. Our licensed technicians can install, repair, or replace any type of water heater with same-day or next-day service. Call Maxwell White. Plumbing done right.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
UW Health is celebrating 30 years of a program helping pediatric patients cope with their hospital stays. It's part of a nationwide month-long event honoring child life specialists for National Child Life Month. Now, these specialists use games, music, and other activities to help kids navigate the stress and complexity of the medical issues they face in the hospital. Specialists say it's an important program because a child's best language is play.
And we actually use real medical equipment to help explain what's going to happen to them so that when they're faced with that procedure or that medical encounter, they already know what's going to happen.
Specialists there use a playroom, music therapy room, and a makeup room to brighten the patient's days. And the program started with just 3 specialists. Nowadays, they're up to 28, offering 24/7 access for hospital patients and their families. The American Red Cross is marking 80 years of helping people when they need it most. March is Red Cross Month, and leaders of the organization are encouraging everyone to help celebrate the milestone by donating blood. The Red Cross recently had to cancel some donation drives, so getting more blood this month can help them keep a stable supply.
If you can donate, it really helps to make sure that that blood supply stays current, and so that when people, that are having, cancer treatments or there's a difficult childbirth situation, that blood is constant so that everybody has access to it.
Now, if you don't feel well enough or you can't give blood, there are also volunteer opportunities. Kriegel says they're looking for more blood donor ambassadors and disaster action team members. For more information on volunteering and to see upcoming blood drives, just head to redcross.org. Time for another Check Your Weather with our main man, Bill Grahl.
Well, it's March 1st, best month of the year, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
I'll let you guess why.
I'm on pins and needles. Why is that, Bill?
My birthday's.
Hey, all right.
Last day of the month, so you got all month to go shopping, March 31st. Hey, since it's March 1st, yeah, we wrapped up the month of February. I've showed this graphic a lot. Temperatures above average on 17 of the days, 10 below average one day, right at average, and yesterday's high of 44 degrees, of course, above average. So those are the highs, and then when you factor in the overnight lows as well, we get an average temperature for the entire month, and that was 26.1 degrees out at the La Crosse Airport. That is 2.8 degrees above average. Precipitation-wise, 2.19 inches. That is right at an inch above average, so another wet month. And snowfall also above average, 11.5 inches out at the La Crosse Airport. That was 1.8 above average for February. All right, currently we are looking at cloudy conditions. We started the month of March on kind of a dreary note, didn't we, with some rain and snow showers last night and into this morning as well, and they continue in our far northern communities. 44 the high today, 34 the low. Averages are 38 and 20, 62 and 28 below the records. And there's the precipitation for the day, just 3/100ths of an inch of liquid and a trace of snow with some snowflakes scattered about the La Crosse area this morning. 38 degrees, cloudy skies both at the airport and downtown. Winds out of the west at 12. Making it feel like 30. Eau Claire, good evening to you folks. 33, cloudy skies, and streets a little wet if you've had some light precipitation over the past couple of hours. Now look at the temperature contrast here. 8 in Bismarck, 72 in Columbus. So definitely a boundary residing right about here. We're on the colder side of it, at least most of us are, with temperatures in the 30s. But look at Madison, 51. And again, we had highs in the low to mid 50s as close as Prairie du Chien and Boscobel earlier today. And a bit breezy as these disturbances tracking through. You can see those winds kind of whipping around that area of low pressure, which sits just north of Eau Claire at about 5 to 15, gusting to 25. That's creating wind chills in the 20s to around 30 degrees. Some teens for wind chills farther to our west. So satellite radar showing that disturbance up to the north. Still some snow showers or flurries north and east of Eau Claire as that little low continues to pivot eastward and out of our area over the next several hours. Now off to the south and west, another strong storm system for those folks. And this one I'm going to track closely. Most of the forecast models keep it far enough to our south and east that we will be missed here in the La Crosse area, but maybe clipping southeastern parts of the state with several inches of snow. Again, I'll caution you that there are some other forecast models that have it tracking a little farther to the north and west. Maybe just clipping La Crosse and points south and east with a slight snow chance on Friday. But for now, I'm going to keep us dry. So there goes today's system moving off to the east. Otherwise, mainly cloudy tonight, more clouds and sun tomorrow. And then as we go through time here, as we head into Friday, you'll see the impacts of that storm. Again, Sky Tracker keeping it down near and south and east of Chicago. But I'll keep a close eye on that for you for the next 48 hours. 27 tonight. Again, those snow showers far north early. Most of us stay dry, albeit cloudy. More clouds and sun tomorrow, fairly seasonable. Highs around 39 in La Crosse. And looking ahead, again, I'm going to keep us dry Friday, 41. We'll watch that. Sprinkles or flurries possible on Saturday, a high near 40. And some later day rain and snow showers Sunday, and then Sunday night and Monday, chance of rain and snow showers, but highs in the low to mid 40s. We do cool down later next week, though. Highs right around 30 by next Thursday. So we'll keep an eye on that system on Friday, because that could produce a swath of heavy snow, but right now it looks like it's going to stay to our south and east.
All right, thanks very much, Bill. Okay. Still ahead tonight at 5, one of America's biggest rock bands is saying goodbye. We have the details on Kiss's farewell tour, where you can see their final performance after this.
20th Annual Early Bird Home Show. Lowest prices of the year on 2023 projects. Only at the Board Store Home Improvements, 524 Copeland Avenue, La Crosse. Get started today.
Come into Comfort during the International Furniture Fjord Sales Event. Get $200 off all Fjord's chairs in stock and special orders. The Tri-State's largest Fjord showroom is at International Furniture, La Crosse.
Winter is here. And with winter weather come accidents and mishaps. Whether you're on your way to work, walking the dog, or out on the trail, accidents can happen. That's why we have insurance, to help with the unexpected accidents that are not your fault. At Bygoff and Rohde, we'll help you get the insurance settlement you deserve to pay your medical bills, your lost wages, and get your life back on track. If you're injured, call us. Call Bygoff and Rohde.
Doing it small or doing it all? Enjoy the lowest price of the year during the 20th Annual Early Bird Home Show exclusively at the Board Store. A single window or a door. Do siding with your windows and doors. Replace the deck or add a sunroom. Do your kitchen, bath, and flooring all at once. All the products you need and the professionals to handle your project designed to completion. All this at the lowest price of the year during the 20th Annual Early Bird Home Show, only at the Board Store.
Goodbye mild February, hello snow this week.
When severe weather is coming,
now we do have that winter storm warning in effect for everybody.
we warn you first.
We are taking a live look here from our first warned storm runner.
It's what we do.
Showing ground truth as to what is going on.
You can see on the roads it's not safe. It's very slushy.
To keep you safe.
Make sure you allow plenty of extra time, slower speeds.
We are First Warn Weather.
Make sure you check our website and our weather app.
Expect more.
Comfort, style, and savings. Come in now for the Flex Deal Gallery custom order and floor sample sale. Get 50% off select floor models and 40% off all custom orders. International Furniture, La Crosse.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Well, there's some bittersweet news coming from one of the biggest American rock bands in history. Kiss just announced their final tour. The End of the Road series will kick off in October in Austin, Texas, and the band will make stops in 18 cities. The closest show to us here in the La Crosse area will be at the Allstate Arena in a suburb of Chicago. The band will finish off their decades-long run right where they started 50 years ago in New York City's Madison Square Garden. Tickets for the New York show will be available beginning Monday. If you want tickets to the show in the Chicago area, the pre-sale starts March 9th. We'll have a look at what's coming.
The extreme winter weather has kept shoppers from our showrooms. Now millions of dollars in furniture and mattresses must be sold. Now everything is on sale. Get 10% off sale prices plus free shipping. The Snow Emergency Sale now at Home Furniture.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for spring bonus offers at your Northland Ford dealers, where you can save big on a Ford SUV to make it all happen. Start the season off right with 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. It's showtime. Now for a limited time only, get 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
For over 25 years, Window World's provided quality products for homeowners around the country, including windows and doors. Every window we sell is custom made for optimal energy efficiency and superior durability. Plus, a vinyl finish means they'll never need painting. Just like our windows, entry doors from Window World are made to last, featuring a durable fiberglass construction that provides up to 4 times the insulation value of wood. When it comes time for new windows or doors, trust America's exterior remodeler. Trust Window World.
There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living, and through no fault of their own, they're being left behind? If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy and water providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
A convicted felon kidnapped and raped a 15-year-old girl, abducting her off the street in broad daylight. Judge Janet Protasewicz could have sentenced him to 20 years. Instead, she put him back on our streets.
What detractors would say is you having been soft on a violent sexual crime.
I would say that that's ridiculous. Judge Protasewicz puts our families at risk, and putting her on our Supreme Court, that's what's ridiculous. Fair Courts America is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Home Seasonal Concepts is now open with the largest selection of outdoor furniture on sale. Plus, get a free fabric upgrade on custom or special order cushions and slings from Homecrest Outdoor Living and Tropitone. And free shipping now at Home Seasonal Concepts.
We've got a lot of news coming up. Concerned about the high cost of drugs? Well, a major pharmaceutical company says it will cap the out-of-pocket price of insulin at $35 a month, but why millions may not benefit. That's tonight right here on the CBS Evening News.
And coming up on News 8 Now at 6, the Wisconsin Democratic Party has donated more than $2 million to Milwaukee Judge Janet Protasewicz's Supreme Court campaign. That raises a potential conflict of interest question if the Dems were to bring a case before the courts with Protasewicz on the bench. The Milwaukee judge addresses that question at 6.
And mainly cloudy tonight, 20s for most, but some teens for lows in our northern counties. Clouds, and more clouds over the next 8 days. We'll see some peaks of sun, I think, at times, but sprinkles or flurries possible on Saturday. Maybe some light rain or snow showers later Sunday night, and Monday. Highs primarily in the 30s and 40s over the next week or so.
All right. Thanks a lot, Bill, and thank you all for joining us tonight at 5. We hope to see you at 6.